Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Guys, yesterday class we done the demo class, basic syllabus copy I shared yesterday class. To check the syllabus copy, and I'll share the yesterday class syllabus copy to you. Yesterday class just we discussed about what are topics we are going to discuss in next 2 months classes. To check the class notes, we shared one link, right? What the link, guys? producttest.com/ag7, right? Advanced Java. AG means Advanced Java. The password is this one. In yesterday class, I showed you the syllabus copy. Let me recap the yesterday class once. Because as part of this course, what the syllabus copy will discuss. This is syllabus. Advanced Java syllabus copy I should explain you. In Advanced Java, what the syllabus will discuss. We'll talk about the JDBC, servlets, JSP, Java server pages, JSTL, JSP standard tag library. And we talk about expression language, EL, right? This is Advanced Java, we'll discuss these parts now. So JDBC, servlets, JSP, JSTL, and what? Expression language, right? These are the topics we will see. And as part of JDBC, we'll discuss about the databases. I will talk about Oracle database, JDBC with Oracle database, JDBC with MySQL database, JDBC with POSTGRE database. Because these three databases are relational databases. And while discussing JDBC, I will connect with these three databases. Oracle database, we will see some examples. MySQL database, we will see some examples. And POSTGRE database, we will see some examples. How many examples we will see? Yeah. NoSQL database. NoSQL database means the data will store the data in which format? JSON format. The data will store in JSON format. MongoDB will discuss. We'll discuss at MongoDB, right? Exactly. Because with Oracle, the tool is like an SQL developer tool. I will install the SQL developer tool. I will show you some part about SQL developer tool. With MySQL, we have the MySQL workbench. PostgreSQL database, we have the PG admin is there. And MongoDB database, we have the MongoDB Compass, right? So these are the databases and these are the corresponding tools which are related to the database, right? Which are related to the database. And as part of this course, you'll see the like build tool. The build tool is like Maven tool. We will see. Okay, so the build tool, we will talk about the Maven tool. And version control system, we'll take out the Git tool. Git and GitHub is there. How to maintain the project versions and all. As part of Advjava, I'll give like Git tool also, version control system. As part of this course, we'll discuss about IDs, Eclipse ID, IntelliJ ID, and VSE ID. Whatever the points I written here, I'll show you these all the points to you. Okay, I'll show you these all the things to you. Okay, IDs are what? Because we'll talk about like syllabus like JDBC, Servlets, and JSP and JSTL and expression language. And we'll talk about databases like Oracle database, MySQL database, POSTGRE database. These three databases are relational databases. The data will be stored in the table format. Tables means what? Rows and columns. And we will talk about one NoSQL database also, that is MongoDB. The data will be stored in the JSON format, key value pair format, which is like collections and documents. And we'll discuss about the tools like SQL Developer Tool, SQL, MySQL Workbench, PG Admin, PostGRE Admin, MongoDB Compass. And we'll discuss about the build tool like Maven tool, version control system is a Git tool, and IDs will discuss about Eclipse ID, IntelliJ ID, and what VSE ID, right? VSE ID. And as part of this course, you will get some UI technologies also, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I will build a web application, guys. In the web application, you will say HTML, CSS, and what? JavaScript, right? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And we'll discuss servers because we need to deploy the application to servers, right? We'll discuss about Apache Tomcat server and WebLogic server is right. Apache Tomcat and WebLogic server. And a duration of this course like 2 months, 10 days. Yesterday I written like 2 months, 10 days it will take. The class time will be the 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have a couple of demo classes. Yesterday class we done one demo. Today class we complete second demo. Complete the fee payments so that you get the required session to your mail ID. Every class you will get the required session to your email ID. All the materials and assignments and entry courses will be sent to your mail ID. And using above all, we'll make like one project, build one live project. Build one live project means what? In the class I will build 1 week. I'll create one application. I'll create one application. The fees for this course is what? 5,000. The fees for this course is what? 5,000, right? This is like overall syllabus. Yeah, this is what overall syllabus, right? Yeah, this is yesterday I explained you, right? Yeah. And coming to the JDBC, in the JDBC, what are the topics we are going to see? JDBC in detail syllabus and Servlets in detail syllabus. Because once if you register for this batch, in the drive access, you'll get the syllabus copy and everything. Okay, this is like myself is Ratan. So this is like data. JDBC individual syllabus copy. We'll talk about the JDBC introduction. Share payment details. Yeah, Kiran, today you'll get the payment details after the class. So you'll get the payment details. Try to complete the formalities before attending tomorrow class. Okay. So you'll go for the JDBC introduction, different types of drivers. JDBC first application, loading the driver and creating connection, working with the statement object, working with the prepared statement object. It's clearly a prepared syllabus copy. And we'll discuss as part of the syllabus copy only. Step by step, we'll go with the syllabus copy. Okay. So JDBC introduction, JDBC types of drivers, first application, working with the statement object, working with the prepared statement object, executing the parameter queries. Yeah, that's what Dilip yesterday class only we are discussing now. This is yesterday class what we discussed. Yesterday class just I written all the syllabus copy. That's it. This is a syllabus overall syllabus copy, and in detail syllabus copy means this is in detail. In the JDBC, what are the topics we'll discuss means the statement object, prepared statement object, executing the parameterized query, storing the binary data, video file, audio file, image data, working with the result set object, result set read only, updatable, forward only, and scrollable. And we are working with the metadata, result set metadata and database metadata, working with the callable statement like executing stored procedures and functions, working with the property files. To get the flexibility of modifications, we have the property files. We'll discuss about the property files. Yes, we'll discuss about what? Property files, right? Exactly. Okay, so we'll discuss about the property file and modes of execution, normal execution and batch execution, right? Normal execution versus batch execution. Working with image data and text file data, blob and clob data type, binary large object and character large object. And we have the transaction management, types of transactions, commit and rollback, and save point interface. Working with the row set interface, JDBC row set and cache row set. This is like cache row set. And we talk about like driver manager versus data source. What is a driver manager? What is a data source? And we'll talk about the connection pooling, like, database vendor for connection pooling, third-party vendor connection pooling, server-side connection pooling, right? And this is yesterday I explained this all, right? So JDBC working with Oracle database, MySQL database, MongoDB database, PostGRE database, right? With that, your JDBC will be completed. Once your JDBC completed, next one you start the servlet. The servlet syllabus copy is like, servlet's definitions and CJ versus servlet request processing. In the CJ, how we will do the request processing, and the servlets, how we will do the request processing. Tomcat server initialization process, port numbers, admin consoles, and Tomcat folders we have. Bin folder, lib folder, we'll discuss this all. Different ways to create a servlet, implementing servlet interface, extending generic servlet and HDB servlet. And servlet lifecycle methods, init, service, and destroy. And different URL mappings. What are the different URL mappings? Exact match method, directory match method, extension match method, all match method is there. And we have the HDB methods like, do get versus, yeah, definitely Sagar. First, you need to complete the course Advanced Java so that you'll get the clarity about what I'm showing to you. Then after that, you can start about the Spring class and all. Yeah, Bala Kumar, Spring Hooks is enough to understand these concepts enough. The basics of CoreJava is enough. So basics of oops concept is good enough to understand this one. And basics of exceptionality required. So you have to know how to write the try-catch blocks and try-catch blocks, right? Try-catch finally blocks. Yeah, basics try exceptionality required. Basic exceptionality required. Then please check the exceptionality ones. Okay. Bala, are you clear? Yeah. And different request formats. So different formats like request format and response format we will see. And HTTP status codes. In the real time, when you send the service request, you will get the response in the status code format. So informational status code, successful response, redirection response, client error response, server errors, and different MIME types. What type of response you're getting? So text response, HTML response, XML response, JSON response, PDF response. You get the different types of responses. And after that, we will see servlet config versus servlet context object. We are talking about init param and what a context param object, right? And after that, we'll go for the servlet communications. Servlet web, servlet to browser communication, web component communication, servlet applet communication, right? And the servlets working with the database, servlets with the database communications. So how to create and read and update and delete. Because working with the filters, we have the filter concept, generic filter, HTTP filter. And what is a filter config object, how to handle the filter chains. Okay. And the session tracking mechanism, you'll see cookie session tracking mechanism, HTTP session tracking mechanism, URL rewriting session tracking mechanism. And events and listeners, and deployment process, very, very important. How to create the WAR files, how to import and export the WAR files, extract the WAR files, smooth deployment, hard deployment. Okay, we'll discuss the deployment process. Servlet connection pooling, like server side connection pooling and third party connection pooling. How to make the server side connection pooling concept and the third party connection pooling concept. And after that, annotation based annotations, we will see what the annotations based at the web servlet. Definitely, we need to make the application with annotations, right? At that web servlet annotation, at the rate like, web filter, at the rate web init param, at the rate web listener. These are the annotation based configurations. And we'll talk about the security in servlets web security, right? How to provide the security to the application, servlets in the web application. You'll go for the servlet web security, right? Exactly. Okay, this is like servlet syllabus copy, 2 pages if you have, right? Exactly. Okay, so after we're done with the servlets, we'll discuss about the JSP classes and the JSP versus servlets, JSP reduction, different architectures, JSP modern architecture, JSP model 2 architecture, JSP lifecycle methods, JSP init to JSP service and JSP destroy. And JSP implicit objects are 9 implicit objects are there. Different types of comments like JSP comments, XML comments. And we have the directives, page directive, include directive, and tag directive. Scripting elements will discuss scriptlets, expressions, and JSP scopes we have. What are JSP scopes we have? The JSP scopes will page request, okay, page scope, request scope, application scope, and what session scope, right? And the JSP action like standard actions and what custom actions, right? So you got the point. Then we'll discuss about the JSTL information. In the JSTL, we will talk about JSTL. We will talk about what? JSTL. We will talk about core tags, SQL tags, XML tags, functional tags, IAT, international tags, expression language. We will say. So this is the complete syllabus copy. Next 2 months or 10 days, we will focus actually. Okay. Once if we complete the fee payment, they'll share the Google Drive access, yesterday class recorded session and today class recorded session. Okay, and I'll share this complete syllabus copy with you. We will discuss the content as per the syllabus copy. Yes, as per the syllabus copy, right? So very clearly I specified syllabus copy. So what we specified, slowly we'll discuss the step by step. Okay, slowly we'll discuss about what part by part, right? Exactly. Okay, the syllabus copy is good, right? Syllabus copy is clear. Yeah, this is a complete syllabus copy that we are going to discuss like next 2 months classes. Okay, so everyone is clear about the syllabus copy, right? This is yesterday class. What just to recap yesterday class. Yesterday class, I think this is syllabus copy that we discussed, right? Exactly. Yeah, at the end of the class, my yesterday class recorded session is there. I will share the recorded session. Just you can check the recorded session regarding yesterday class. Nothing, just what I explained now. The same process, same points explained yesterday class. Okay, good. Because coming to the today class, we will go with some points about the today class. Yeah, because before starting the applications, JDBC applications, first of all, we have to know. So what kind of applications in the real time? Guess what type of applications in the real time, right? Because first of all, you have to get this clarity. So different types of, applications in real time. Tell me guys, what are different types of applications in real time? Okay, this is the today class starting point. Yesterday class, we talked about the syllabus copy. Today class, we'll go for the different types of applications in real time. Using Advanced Java, what kind of applications you're going to design? You got the point, right? First of all, you have to know what kind of applications in the real time, and using Advanced Java, what kind of applications you're designing, and using Spring, what kind of applications you are building, using Android, what kind of applications you are building, and using CoreJava, what kind of applications we are building, right? So we have to know that point first of all. Just tell me, what are the different kinds of applications in the real time? Okay, so what are the different types of applications in the real time?
Web application.
Yeah, first application type is what? Standalone application, right? Because the first category is what? Standalone applications. Definitely, Pavani. So one is a standalone application. Standalone application is also known as what? Generally, we can say desktop application. Otherwise, you can say what? Window-based application, right? Exactly. The first category. Guess what the first category? Standalone applications are, desktop applications are, window-based application, right? Exactly. The second one is web application. The second one is what? Web application, right? Very good. And the third one is like enterprise application. Okay, enterprise application we have. After enterprise application, the fourth one is what? Okay, distributed application, right? Yes, distributed application, right? Exactly. Yes, fifth one is generally is mobile applications that we have, mobile applications. So in the real times, we have the client server means web applications only. Web applications also has client server application. Yeah, cloud-based apps. It's not like cloud-based apps we don't have. Generally, the Spring applications only will deploy in the cloud environment. Cloud is an environment. There we can deploy our projects. Yeah, IoT applications also build based on either Java or Python, different kinds. Okay, that is also I agree. But in general, I'm talking about the Java applications in the real time. In the real time, I'm talking about the in general applications, standalone applications, web applications, enterprise applications, distributed applications, and mobile applications, right? And we have the IoT applications, fine. Gaming applications, okay. Robotic applications, gaming applications, circuit design applications, that multiple things are, but I can highlight only these 5 things are good enough, right? Yeah, smart call applications, multiple things are there, okay? Good. Yes, you got the point, right? These are different types of applications. Maybe if you done the CoreJava, because you done the CoreJava, right? Yes, CoreJava. Using CoreJava, we can done the standalone applications. So using CoreJava, we can build only standalone applications. That's it. You got the point, right? Using CoreJava, what kind of applications you will build? Standalone applications, right? Exactly. So what about web applications? Which technology is required for web applications? Because before going to this point, first of all, we have to know that we have a CoreJava, right? Maybe you know some basics of CoreJava. That's what you're attending Advanced Java. Yes, at CoreJava, Advanced Java, first of all, is that official terms or unofficial terms? Guess CoreJava and Advanced Java is official terms or unofficial terms?
Unofficial terms, sir.
Yeah, definitely these are like, unofficial terms, right? Core Java, Advanced Java, in Amirpet classes, we are saying like basics of Java is called Core Java. Bit advanced topics, so we are saying like Advanced Java. In Amirpet classes, we are saying basics of Java is called Core Java. Bit advanced topics are called what? Advanced Java. Okay, Core Java and Advanced Java, right? Exactly. But Core Java, Advanced Java are not official terms. Okay, not official terms. So then what are the official terms? As per the Sun Microsystem standards, I hope everyone knows the Sun Microsystems, right? Vendor of Java. As per the Sun Microsystems standard, as per the Sun Microsystem is the university, which is like university, where the Java product is released. This is the vendor, right? Sun Microsystem. As per the Sun Microsystem standard, okay, the Java divided into how many parts? Tell me. The Java divided into like 3 parts. Guys, in Amirpet classes, generally we are saying Core Java, Advanced Java, but as per the Sun Microsystem standards, the Java divided into how many parts? Tell me here. 3 parts, right? Exactly. Sir, what are the 3 parts, sir? Tell me, guys. Maybe Core Java students, most of the guys knows that. My Core Java students, you know that points, right? Yes.
J2SC, J2.
First one is what, JTSC. So Java 2 standard edition, right? JTSC. Second one is what? J2EE. So J2EE means what the full form? Java 2 Enterprise Edition. It's a J2ME. So Java 2 Micro Edition, right? Yeah, 3 parts of Java. Because we have to know this all the clarity important amount. This clarity important. So JDSC full form is what? Java 2. Java 2 what? Standard Edition. Sir, what is the standard edition, sir? Because whatever the core Java you completed, that belongs to JTSC. It means you completed core Java means you completed JTSC classes. Because core Java or what? You can say JTSC, right? Exactly. Because J2EE full form is what? Java 2. Java 2 what? Enterprise Edition, right? Java 2 what? Enterprise Edition. So the third one is what? JTME. So Java 2 what? Java 2 Micro Edition, right? Java 2 Micro Edition. Yes, JTME to design mobile applications. So JTME is not part of our Java. It's like completely Micro Edition to design the mobile applications and micro controller applications and all. But we need to main focus on JTSC and JDBC as a Java developer. JTSC full form is what? Java 2 Standard Edition, Java 2 Enterprise Edition, right? Java 2 Enterprise Edition. Exactly. Because we talk about like, we are saying that Advanced Java is official term, unofficial term. Advanced Java is unofficial term, right? Exactly. If it is an unofficial term, what about JDBC? JDBC belongs to which part? Because we have to know that JDBC belongs to what? Which part, right? Exactly. Because JDBC belongs to which part means, which is like, Core Java only, JTSC only. Because we are talking about the JDBC classes means we must have the clarity that you must have some clarity that tell me. Because if you are talking about JDBC means you must have some clarity that JDBC belongs to which part of the JTSC part, right? Exactly. So what about the servlets and JSP and JSTL? Okay, servlets and JSP, JSTL and expression language, these all belongs to this all belongs to JDBC concepts. Okay, servlets, JSP, JSTL, okay, JSTL, okay, JPA, Java Persistence API, and we have like EJB, Enterprise Java Beans, and we have the web services, so REST calls and all. Okay, web services. This all belongs to what? JDBC concepts. Yes, Core Java belongs to what? Core Java belongs to which part of JTSC part, and JDBC belongs to what? Even JDBC is also part of JTSC. Because while discussing JDBC classes, you must have the clarity that okay, JDBC belongs to which part of JTSC part, right? Yeah, JDBC belongs to what? JDBC belongs to JTSC part, and servlets and JSP, JSTL belongs to which part of JDBC part, right? So we understood that Advanced Java means you are talking some part of the JTSC. Yes, we are talking what? Some part of the JTSC and what? Some part of the JDBC, right? Exactly. Okay, the statement is clear. Advanced Java means what we are discussing. We are discussing some part of the JTSC and what some part of the JDBC, right? Because you got the point. Huh? Because CoreJava Advanced Java is official terms or unofficial terms. CoreJava and Advanced Java are not official terms. As per the Sun Microsystem standards, the Java divided into how many parts? 3 parts, right? What are 3 parts? JTSC, JDBC, and what? JTME, right? These are the information. Yes, are you clear now? Good. Yes, after that, come to the different types of applications in the real time. Using CoreJava, JTSC, because using CoreJava, we can build which applications here? Standalone applications, right? Exactly. So what is web applications, sir? Because using web applications, nothing but servlets on JSP. Because servlets on JSP belongs to what? JDBC, right? Because these 3 are the technologies basically. These 3 are what? Technologies. It means servlets on JSP, JSTL we are discussing means JDBC we are discussing in Advanced Java. We are discussing Advanced Java means you're in the technology class or framework class. Now we are taking the technology, right? Now servlets is a technology, web technology. JDBC is like, persistence technology, database connections. Servlets and JSP, JSTL, these are web technologies. Okay, statement is clear. These all are what? Web technologies. So now you are taking Advanced Java means you're in the technology class. Sorry, you are saying these are the technology class. Then what are the frameworks? It is above all 3 are what? The above all 3 are okay, technologies. Okay, technologies, right? Technologies. It means Advanced Java means what? Advanced Java means you are attending the technology class. Above all 3 are technologies. Sir, what are the frameworks, sir? Guys, I will not give the more introduction to the frameworks now. In the Spring classes, I will give the what is a framework and all. But in generally, the frameworks belongs to Spring is a framework, Hibernate is a framework, and Struts is a framework, and Hibernate is a framework, and JSF is a framework. Which framework? JSF is a framework. These are the basically frameworks that we have. I'm not talking much about the frameworks because this is a technology class. We need to focus on the technology, right? Yes, we need to focus on what? Technology. Yes, you got the point, right? Yes. Yes, parts of Java. There are 3 parts of Java: JTSC, JDBC, and what? JTME. Yes, and above all 3 are the technologies. And what are the frameworks we have? Spring, Struts, JSF, Hibernate. These are the frameworks. As using CoreJava, whatever the things we completed previously, using CoreJava, we can design what kind of applications? Tell me, standalone applications, right? Exactly. Because using servlets on JSP, we can design what kind of applications? Web applications. Because now you are attending Advanced Java class means we are designing what kind of applications here? Web applications, right? That is the main point. Now, servlets on JSP is mainly built for which applications? Web applications. JDBC for the database connections. This statement is clear. Servlets on JSP is mainly built for which applications? Web applications, right? Exactly. So actually, servlets on JSP, the web application technologies to build the web applications. In the 2000 year to 2010, we have some 2 frameworks, demanding frameworks. On the top of the servlets, we have the framework like Struts framework. Because if someone said like Struts framework, you need to understand exactly what is Struts framework first of all. Struts is a framework which is built on the top of the servlets concepts. Yes, don't confuse because you need to get the clarity about this other point first of all. Don't confuse, try to get the clarity. Okay. So Struts is a framework which is built on the top of what? Servlets, right? To build the web applications only. Struts is mainly for web applications only. And JSF is also framework, Java Server Faces. JSF is also framework which is built on the top of the JSP classes, JSP technology. So we understood that these 2 are the technologies to build which applications? Tell me here. So these 2 are what? Technologies to build which applications? Web applications, right? And what about Struts on JSF? These are just frameworks. Struts is built on the top of the servlets. JSF is built on the top of the JSP. Sir, I don't know these all, sir. Yes, try to understand the points. Okay, try to understand. Slowly you'll get the clarity. If someone said at least what is structs means, immediately in your mind, you'll get the clarity. Okay, structs is a framework which is there in the 2000 to 2010 year, which is built on the top of the servlets to design what kind of applications means web applications. JSF is also framework which is built on the top of the JSP, on top of the JSP to design which applications, web applications. That's it. Yes, we got the point, right? JSF full form is what? Java server, faces. Are it clear, right? Yes. Okay, sir, what are the enterprise applications are? Enterprise applications, initially, they are going for EJB technology. EJBs belongs to which part? JDBC part, right? Yes, initially you'll go for EJB. What EJB here? Enterprise what? Java beans. Initially you'll go for the enterprise Java beans to design the enterprise applications. Sir, now what we are using, sir? Now we are using which one? To design the enterprise application is Spring framework. Spring is Spring and Spring Boot. Spring boot, Spring Boot. These are the frameworks, Spring and Spring Boot. These are developing which applications here? Enterprise applications. Because but now you are in which classes? Servlets and JSP classes. You are taking servlets and JSP classes means these are the technologies. These are the technologies to build which applications here? Web applications. After servlets and JSP, you don't need to go for the structs and JSF concepts, outdated concepts. EJB is also outdated. After there we can develop the enterprise applications. Because there we can develop what? Enterprise applications, right? EJB is web application or Hibernate. Hibernate is different. So EJB is for enterprise applications. EJB, enterprise application. The name itself saying that EJB, right? Enterprise Java beans for enterprise applications. On the top of the EJB, Spring. Spring is there in the 2003. Before the Spring, how they are designing enterprise applications means using EJB only. Yes, before Spring, how we are designing enterprise applications using EJB. Okay, good. Sir, what about distributed applications? Web services, some guys are saying web services. In web services, we have the two calls. One is a SOAP call. In the SOAP, the data is done XML based. And we have the REST call. REST call, the data is done JSON format. Which format? JSON format. Okay, sorry, clear now. So these are distributed applications. So distributed application, web services. When you attend the Spring classes, you will get the clarity. What is enterprise applications? You will get the clarity. And while attending the web services, he will teach you, the faculty will teach you that web distributed applications. Because mobile applications, we are using Android, right? Android or iOS, iPhone operating system. These are for mobile applications, right? Exactly. So you got the clarity, right? So in general, we have the applications like, standalone applications or desktop applications or window-based applications. Using CoreJava, we understood that build the standalone application. Using servlets and JSP. Okay, servlets and JSP belongs to JDBC concepts. Designing which applications? Web applications. And the structs and JSF are the frameworks. Building which applications here? Web applications. And EJB is enterprise Java beans. Before the Spring versions, before the Spring classes, we will develop the enterprise applications using EJB. Guys, that information is important, right? Definitely. Web services means we have the SOAP calls are there, REST calls are there. Both are same format only, but different is what? XML and the processing is done XML format. The REST processing is done JSON format. And mobile applications, we have the Android and iOS, right? Exactly. Yes, all clear about these 4 points, right? Different types of applications. Yes, please respond. So we decided using servlets and JSP. Our target is what? Servlets and JSP. Using servlets and the JSP, we will build what? Web applications, right? Exactly. So we got the clarity. Servlets and JSP are the technologies. Right? Technologies belongs which part? JEE part. use it to build use it to build which applications here? Web application, right? This is the line important. We understand that servlets on JSP are the technologies. Use it to build which applications? Web applications, right? Exactly. Sir, where is my JDBC? I'll tell you about the JDBC, but we talk about the servlets on JSP, JSTL expression language. These all are to build which applications means web applications, right? Yeah, that is a point is very, very important. SOAP and REST, which one is the best, sir? SOAP and REST, these days everything is REST format. Most of the people are using REST format. Still, wherever you need the more security, JSON is not that much secure. Still, wherever you need the more security, we are using SOAP calls also. Where the security is high important, we'll go for the SOAP. Normal services you can design using REST. REST processing easy when compared to XML processing. REST processing easy. That's what, like, you know, still we are using the SOAP services where the security is important. So you got the clarity, right? Where the security is important, you go for the REST calls, like, you know, SOAP calls also, right? Exactly. Yeah, security is better in SOAP. Yes, exactly. Yes, you got the clarity, right? Different types of applications in the real time. Guys, and we need to know what are the extensions we will use. Guys, what kind of extensions we will use in the real time? Guys, coming to the extensions point of view, yeah, guys, coming to the extensions point of view, we have to know the different extensions. In the CoreJava, we have to at least jar files, .jar files. We have to know what are jars. Java archive file, right? We have to know the jar files. And in Advanced Java, we'll talk about the var files. Web applications talking about the .var files. Because Advanced Java will talk about what var files, right? And in the Spring applications, we have the .er files, enterprise archive files. Because remember, these all the extensions, bit important. Okay, so enterprise applications will talk about what? .er files, enterprise archive files. In web services, we'll talk about the .ar files, .ar files. In Android, we'll use the files like, you know, .apk files, right? Because when you download the any, like, you know, mobile software, you'll get the .apk files, right? Exactly. So as part of our course in Advanced Java, when you attend an Advanced Java class, I will teach you what is the jar files and what are the var files. In the syllabus copy, we have the var deployment and all, right? So in the syllabus copy, so we have the var deployment and all, right? We'll go for the var files. So you guys, here the var file deployment is there. Yes. Yes, in servlets, we have the var file deployment here. Just you can see, yes, this one, deployment process. In the deployment process, .var files, creating how to create the var files, how to deploy the var files, what is a smooth deployment, what is a hard deployment. The var file concepts we will see in as part of, you know, web applications, right? Yeah. So if you attend the Spring classes, there we will see, like, you know, ER file, enterprise archive file. Because ER file means what? Enterprise archive file, right? Exactly. Okay, sorry, clear now? Guys, that is the point. So we understood that, yeah, in Advanced Java, we'll talk about what var files, and enterprise applications, we'll talk about the ER files, enterprise archive files, and distributed application will discuss AR files and .apk files, right? Exactly. Sir, what is this full form, sir? Extensions, so different extensions, what you will use, different extensions. Guess what? .jar. What the full form of .jar? Java archive file, right? Java archive file. But the var full form? Because web archive file, right? Because web archive file is there. Because like that, Java archive file, web archive file, enterprise archive file. Okay, so .er. ER means what? enterprise archive file. Next one is what? .er files. This is nothing but what? Application archive file, right? Exactly. Next one is what? Jar files, var files, ER files, and AR files, application archive files. The last one is what? .apk file. Because maybe in Android mobiles, you're downloading APK files, right? What is the full form of APK? What is the use of jars? Yeah, jar is a collection of dot class files, Bala. I'll tell you that point for next classes. Because in Advanced Java, the predefined support you'll get the jars format. Okay, in Advanced Java, you'll get the predefined support jars format. And web applications will make the var files. These jar files and var files frequently you will use in Advanced Java, no problem. I'll teach you immediately more. Well, clear, right? We will teach you that jar files and var files in detail later classes. Remember that Java archive file which contains a group of dot class files. Group of what? Dot class files, right? Exactly. Because next one is what? Web archive file. Jar file is a collection of packages, right? Not collection of packages, it's a collection of classes, dot class files. The jar is a collection of dot class files. Dilip, clear now? Yes. Yes, .apk full form is what? The APK full form is what? Android packaging file. Yes, Android what? Packaging file, right? Exactly. Yes, we will discuss as part of this course first two extensions. What the first two extensions we will see? Jar files and what? Var files. We will see what is a Java archive file, what is a web archive file, that I will tell you, right? So clear now? Yes. Good. Yes, we understood that CoreJava Advance is official terms or unofficial terms. Definitely these are the unofficial terms. As per the Sun Microsystem standards, the Java divided into three parts. What are three parts? One is the JTSC, JTEE, JTME. What does JTSC full form? Tell me. Java 2 Standard Edition. Your CoreJava belongs to JTSC. Because even in the resume, don't place the CoreJava. If you place the CoreJava in the resume, we decided that you don't know the standard. Because definitely you need to follow the standards, right? In resume, I'll teach you how to prepare the resume. The resume, how to place these all the technologies and all. Okay, so in resume, don't place the like CoreJava and Advanced Java. Better to place like technologies like JTSC, JDBC. Okay, it's better to place the technologies are what? JTSC and what? JDBC, right? That's the point. It's better to place the technologies JTSC and JDBC. That I'll teach you. Okay. Guys, the above all three are the technologies. Then what are the frameworks we have? Spring framework is there, Structs framework is there, JSF framework is there, Hibernate framework is there, right? These are the frameworks. Structs, JSF, Hibernate. Different types of applications, real-time, standalone applications, web applications, enterprise applications, distributed applications, mobile applications. So servlets and JSP are what? Technologies. To design which applications are web applications. Now servlets and JSP are the technologies used to build which applications means web applications, right? Exactly. Okay, statements are clear. In Advanced Java, what we'll discuss the extension number .var file is extensions we will see. In enterprise applications, we will see like .er extension, the enterprise archive file, AR files, application archive file, APK files, Android packaging file. Right? Yeah, servlets and JSP are the technologies used to build which applications, web applications, right? These are the extensions, right? Java archive file is there, var file, web archive file is there, ER file, enterprise archive file is there, application archive file is there, APK, Android packaging file, right? Exactly. Yes, everyone is clear about these points, right? Yes. Sir, what is the jar contains? Yes, we have to get the clarity what the jar contains initially. Jar contains, yeah, jar. Maybe CoreJava, we have to know this point. Java archive file. Java archive file. Yes, what the jar file contains? Jar is a collection of what? Dot class files. Jar is a collection of what? Tell me, jar is a collection of what? Collection of dot class files. Yes, it doesn't contain like dot Java files. Jar is a collection of dot class files. Jar is a collection of what? Dot class files, right? Exactly. Guys, see, maybe Java predefined support in the form of what? Java predefined support. Java predefined support in the form of what? Guys, you know CoreJava, right? In the CoreJava, we have the Java predefined support, right? Java predefined support in the form of what? Java predefined support in the form of what? Packages, right? I'm correct, right? Yes, I'm correct, Amma. So Java predefined support in the form of the packages. So Java predefined support in the form of the packages, just like, you know, examples are what? Java.lang package, Java.what IO package, and maybe, you know, Java.util package, like this, right? Java predefined support in the form of the packages. Statement is clear? Huh? Good. Because we have to know what is the package contains. Yes, the packages contains the packages contains what? The packages contains mostly like, you know, 6 elements, basically. The packages contains what are 6 elements. What are 6 elements? Any idea? Java predefined support in the form of the packages. Maybe you know these points in the CoreJava itself. If you don't know, just listen the point carefully. Java predefined support in the form of what? Packages. What examples like java.lang, java.io, java.util, the packages, right? The packages contain 6 elements. What are 6 elements? Tell me.
Classes and interfaces.
Only is that only class and interfaces? Classes and interfaces. The packages maybe contains the 6 elements. What are the 6 elements? Classes, interfaces,
abstraction problem,
exceptions, and errors, right? And it contains annotations. It contains what? Enums also. So the package is a combination of what? Yes, Java predefined support in the form of the packages. The packages like java.lang, java.io, java.util, like that. Because the packages contain 6 elements. What are 6 elements here? Classes, interfaces, exceptions, errors, annotations, enums. So show me once API documentation, sir. Yes, maybe in the CoreJava. So we have the Java 8 API documentation. Because in the Google, just you can type the Java 8 API documentation, Java 8 API. Just you can go for this first website, Java Platform SE. Because there we can see, like, you know, these are predefined, like, you know, API documentation. If you want to check the documentation, right? API docs link, just you can check that link. API documentation link. There we can see these are the number of packages. In out of these packages, java.beans package, lang package, IO package, click on the java.lang package. Because once if we click on the java.lang package, in the below we'll get that package information, right? Because in the below you'll get that package information. What the package contains, tell me? Interfaces. The package contains what? Classes. Very good. Okay, these are packages, classes, interfaces. My CoreJava students, I'll show you in the CoreJava itself multiple times this API documentation. Maybe other students, you try to check this point. So to check the package contains what are the elements, just to open this API documentation. In the API documentation, click on one of the package. In the below, you'll get the package information, java.lang. These are the interfaces. But interfaces, appendable, auto-closable, like these are the interfaces, classes. Just you can come down, enums. Yes, why I'm explaining this all the points means, you know, servlets also, we have the predefined support packages, right? The package contains, maybe some students are thinking only classes. That is thinking is wrong. That's what. Remember that the package contains classes, interfaces, enums, exceptions, and errors, and what? Annotations also.
annotations.
Got the point, right? So the java.lang package contains interfaces, classes, enums, exceptions, and what? Annotation types, right? These are all the elements. So we understood that the packages contains. I think you so much. I will be attending this. I will be attending this course. I thank you so much. I will be attending this course. Yeah, you can attend the course. Guys, I show you that syllabus copy and everything, right? I will teach you in detail. No worries about that. Just you can believe me and just join the course. You will enjoy the classes. Be practical. Always you will see in the practical way. We have to know in the real time what the things are happening, right? So this is a syllabus copy very clearly prepared. What do you want? Okay. So we will teach you this all the points, whatever the things highlighted here. No worries about that. Because in the real time, how the coding is done, how to make the applications, I'll teach you those all. Okay. Good. Because we understood that Java predefined support in the form of the packages. The packages contains what? 6 elements. What are 6 elements? Mark classes, interfaces, enums, annotations, exceptions, and what are errors, right? Exactly. Is the point is, one more point you need to understand. I told you that jar contains what? Group of dart class files, right? Guys, maybe if you know CoreJava, if we declare the classes, for the classes, dart class file will be generated. For the interfaces, dart class file will be generated, right? Because interfaces, dart class file generated or not generated? Yeah, for the classes, dart class file will be generated, right? Dart class file will be generated by, tell me, dart class file will be generated by compiler. Yes, who generates dart class files? Classes dart class file will be generated by compiler. Interface also dart class files will be generated by compiler. Exceptions also, when you take the user defined exceptions, for the exceptions also dart class files will be generated. Yes, exceptions also dart class files will be generated. Even for the errors also dart class files will be generated. And even for the annotations also dart class files will be generated. Even for the enums also dart class files will be generated. These all the dart class files are present in the jar file. I told you that jar is a collection of dart class files, right? The dart class files, it includes like classes dart class files, interfaces dart class files, exceptions dart class files, errors dart class file, all dart class files. Don't think like jar file contains only dart class files. Those are only classes dart classes. Don't think like that. A jar file contains dart class files. Those dart class files may be interfaces dart class files, interface files, enum files, exception files, error files, annotation files. This all right. Guys, I think you got the good idea about that point, right? What I'm talking. Guys, statement is clear. Please respond. Java predefined support in the form of which format, Amma? Java predefined support in the form of packages. Packages contains how many elements?
6.
6 elements. What are the 6 elements? Classes, interfaces, exceptions, errors, annotations, and enums, right? Maybe you understood that for the classes, dart class files will be generated. For the enums also, interface dart class files are generated. For the exceptions also, dart class files are generated by compiler. So jar file contains what? Group of dart class files, right? Group of what? Dart class files. These dart class files may be classes dart class files, maybe interfaces dart class files, maybe exceptions dart class files, maybe error dart class files, annotation dart class files, or enum dart class files. I think you got the clarity about this complete point, right? Yes. A jar file contains interface also. Jar file contains dart class file, interface dart class also. Jar file contains enum dart class also, exceptions dart class also, errors dart class also, annotation dart class files also. Guys, are you clear about that point, right? Yes. Guys, that is for the today class. So today class, we got the clarity. How many parts of Java? There are 3 parts of Java: JDSC, JDW, JDME. Your JDBC belongs to JDSC. Servlets on JSP, JSTL belongs to JDW, right? And what are the frameworks we have? Spring, Structs, JSF, and what? Hibernate. And different types of applications in the real time. We have the standalone applications, web applications, enterprise applications, and what? Distributed applications and mobile applications. Okay, so after the class, you try to read these all the points carefully. Yes, you got the point, right? After the class, try to read all the points carefully so that you get the clarity. Sir, in our company, usually life provided ready-made widgets with this little JSP service are used exactly. Currently running JSP. So let's see, not understandable means that educable for and some tags which is used I haven't used anyway. We will Pratik, we will see everything. It's not a problem. Okay. I documented, right, everything. Syllabus copy. There we will see. There's different types of extensions But remember, these jar files are there, where files are there. If someone said these all the things extensions, you need to immediately get the clarity. That's what I'm teaching in the first class itself. You need to get the clarity immediately, right? Be careful. It's not like explaining the hours and hours of theory is not required. Just to understand the basic points, very, very important. The packages contain 6 elements. These are 6 elements. All the 6 elements dot class files will be generated by compiler. These all dot class files are there in the jar files. Jars is a collection of dot class files. You got the clarity, right? Yes. Sir, what will be the expert for the Java 2SA candidate for the DBA? So what will the expect? Spring Boot, CoreJava, Advjava, Spring Boot, web services required, mandatory. Okay. Yes, I'll share these notes to you. To check the class notes, so I'll share these class notes in today's day 2, right? Just we are talking about some basic points. Just the points are very, very important, just every day, please write the notes if possible. Okay. Yes, if you are new to Java, you are learning, you are the student level. Try to open that link, protectedtest.com/AG 7 p.m. AG means Advanced Java 7 p.m. When you open this one, it's asking password. The password for that link is Java. JAVA is a password. Because JAVA is the password, right? Exactly. Just try to open that link and try to read that point. And tomorrow you'll get the payment details. Today you'll get the payment details after the class. By before come tomorrow class, try to complete the formalities if possible. Okay. If you complete the formalities, they'll share you the complete materials and syllabus copy and materials, documents, and yesterday class and today class recorded session also send your mail ID. Okay. Good.
Sir, how many free demo lectures are available?
Because you got the point. Any questions, please? Any questions?
Sir, I think Java FX is also one of the editions, sir. Is it
Java
right?
FX belongs to CoreJava itself. Java FX.
Okay.
Java 11th feature, we have the Java FX concepts on Java. It belongs to CoreJava itself. In advance, we'll talk about web applications where you have the client server architectures. Okay.
Sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, how many demo classes are available? Hello.
Pratik, one lecture series we have on YouTube. No, that is like almost all outdated. And here, what the syllabus copy, what we discussed is all which is not there in the YouTube. Only some basic videos are there in the YouTube. Okay. And here I will interact with you. So if you want any question, just you can raise the question. And if you have any facing issues, I'll take your system and as in the presenter, you can resolve the issue. Live classes, the feeling is different, right? So already existing classes, you don't know flow now. If you go for the classes like this, you understood the flow next to step-by-step process, right? But if you take the no demo classes today, yesterday class we showed the syllabus copy. Today I take some basic introduction. Tomorrow I'll show you the web application architecture. Then I'll start the practicals. Just
Sir,
to have
is there any project on this?
Sorry.
Is there any project in this course, sir?
Yeah, definitely. We'll develop one live project for this example. So using JSP, Servlets, and JDBC. So 1 week classes will spend on the project only. The project is built on 1 week. Okay. Yeah, Prakash, you'll get the payment details after this class today. You complete the payments. Okay. Yeah, you'll get the payments today after the class. Is everyone is clear, right? Yeah, check the class notes, write the notes. Meet in tomorrow class, we'll continue. Bye.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.